Gotta have malt, sir.
Gotta catch a malt.
Gotta catch a malt. Gotta catch a malt.
That's it. But no,
Maltasaur.
yes.
Maltachew.
Mr. Mime.
Mr. Malt.
Mr. Malt.
Beer.
Number 2.
This time, Creature Comforts. Athena Paradiso. Georgia beer.
Athens.
Our preferred beer. Georgia beer, local beer. Berlin Weiss. Also very fruity.
And pink.
And pink. Tart, cherry, raspberry, and cranberry. All right. Smell?
Smells great.
Yeah?
It smells like cherry. I don't smell the raspberry.
No?
No. That's good. You can taste it, all of it. The cherry's got a nice little kick to it. Then you can taste the cranberry and the raspberry really, really well.
I get lots of cranberry. It goes like cranberry, raspberry, and then a slight bit of cherry. Wow. Not like pre or post swallows, like in the between just for a minute.
Yeah, it's on your tongue.
It's almost like Radler. Like it's that fruity.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good, though. I mean, it still goes down really easy. It's not a struggle. You're not choking anything down. It doesn't...
It's also only 4.5% on the alcohol. Yeah. It's also an easy summer drinker. Drinking sours and really tart beers after a while gets tiresome. Like, you're not pounding sours all night. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, that's true.
This you can go a bit longer with.
Yeah. I mean, this would be nice on a nice hot summer day. It'd be nice on a nice evening hanging out. I mean,
it's no Leinenkugel.
No.
For a summer day.
No. But, I mean, it's still refreshing.
All beer cred out the window. Leinenkugel's the best grass cutting beer. Can't beat it. Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. You're not going to beat it, I'm telling you. You want to go fishing? Leinenkugel. You want to be in the sun all day? Leinenkugel.
Miller High Life.
I mean, it is the champagne of beers.
Mm. But no, I mean, this is awesome.
That's when you can't afford Leinenkugel.
Yeah. Well, as the can described it, I mean, you've got your cherry, you've got your raspberry, and the cran. I mean,
it's all there. And they go well together.
They really do. It's very fruity. You got that little bit it's like, nice.
I don't think I instantly think cherry to be the first thing I would put with cranberry. Right?
No.
You usually think either apple, because we're like cran apples everywhere, right? Pomegranate.
Mm-hmm.
And then, any like raspberry, blackberry makes sense. And so cherry's a bit different. Cherry cran is cran cherry. I don't know. Is that really a thing? I don't see that too often.
No. Cranberries are for Thanksgiving.
But it does go well. It goes very well.
Yeah, it does.
They definitely help each other out.
And just
cranberries, cranberry taste is kind of flat.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's flat. Like a raisin's kind of flat in taste. It's a good taste, but it doesn't have any bite or tartness to it. It's just a good mellowed flavor. So that cherry adds that sharp bite to it. This still has that malty bit to it, even though it's very tart and very fruity. And you can tell the fruitiness of this just from the color alone. Like
it's a deep.
It's very apparent.
This reminds me of like it's almost like a lemonade, honestly.
Well, it's because of the tartness, right? And lemons are very, very tart.
Yeah. And I like the tart, though. I do. And it does have a good, nice, like, beer flavor to it. Like, you can tell, hey, this is actually a beer. It's not anything special. It's not trying to be something it's not.
It's not full-blown sour.
No.
For sure.
But this would be a good start.
But it's still very tart, especially compared to, if you did only drink IPAs or pales or just standard, ales or lagers. Like, this is quite a shocker, I think, in how tart it is. Compared to just someone who might, only drink Yingling or High Life.
It's local. It's not bad. I don't know if this is national, like how big it is other than Georgia.
I think it's still pretty local. I mean, it's a huge local.
Yeah.
Huge local. Like, you're hard-pressed to go to a supermarket in Georgia and not see Creature Comforts. I can't speak for the surrounding states, though. I'm not sure how far it branches out.
It's not like Terrapin.
Yeah, it's not Terrapin. Terrapin's national now, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You can find them in Illinois. And the can's cool, too. Just everything about it. You've got guitars. You've got a little Greek statue, person, warrior, female. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Say it's a sorceress.
Sorceress.
That looks like a raspberry staff? That's a staff with a raspberry on it, right? The guitars, right?
Yeah, it's
and
like
they get playing tonight. Lactobacillus, which is part of what makes this beer as tart as it is. It's part of what's used. I'm a firm believer that fruit definitely belongs in beer.
Oh yeah.
There's so many options and
Mango.
so many variants you can do with beer with fruit. I mean, there's so many delicious fruits out there
grapefruit,
too.
which you're making.
I mean, they all work great.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of a fruit I wouldn't want in beer.
Bananas.
Wells, which is a UK brewery, has a banana bread beer.
That's right.
That's honestly in my top 10 beers of all time.
It's liquid banana bread.
It truly is like pre-chewed banana bread. You just swallow it on down. It's so damn good too. Oh, it's exceptional, and it's like $12 for a 4-pack. It's an import, so it's like not a lot of places have it, but the ones that do, if I see it, I grab it.
I don't know any other fruit that wouldn't go well then. Banana was my go-to, but you crushed it.
Raisin? Does that even count? Because that's not even
It's a
fruit.
dry
I mean,
grape.
I've had
Grapes are wine.
I've had white grape beers that are mind blowing.
Really?
Yeah, some white grape sours that it's like the trees have voices or the trees don't have voices or something. Phenomenal beer.
Does it kind of come off as like a wine taste, or is it more...
Slightly, very, very, very slightly. It's more the crisp taste of the white grape specifically, not the red grape. Because the red grape would do that, but the white grape, it gives that really crisp, dry taste.
Okay.
But still sweet.
No.
So what do I mean? What does it do right? What does it do wrong? Where do you rate it?
I mean, honestly, I think it does everything right. You have the tart cherry. You can taste it right away. You can smell. I feel
There's
you.
a lot of smell.
Yeah,
a lot of aroma, which is super important
and
in beer.
you smell the cherry. You smell the raspberry. You kind of smell the cranberry. I mean, I'm not really keen to cranberries as it is, but I love anything that's made with it. Honestly, like juices, but not plain. But I mean, the taste is great. When you take your first sip, you're right. You kind of don't taste anything. You're just kind of like, oh, it hits you at once. You just get the tartness. But then your second sip, and then so on, you start tasting all the other stuff. Like first I had the cherry, then it was the raspberry. Then you could taste like the raspberry cranberry mix, and then oh, there's cherry again.
Yep.
I mean,
it's all there. It's like, almost like you have to, like, if you focus on one, you'll pull it out and taste it.
Yeah.
And forget about the other two. It's whatever you're thinking about manifests that flavor.
Yeah.
Which is really cool because
it is.
Maybe you don't like cherry as much as the other two flavors, or maybe you're specifically bought this because of the raspberry. When you're thinking raspberry, that's obviously what you're going to notice.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
And I focused cherry. That was my first.
Yeah, I focused raspberry. I'm like, I'm ready for this.
Well, I went to raspberry towards the end, and I was like, this is a lot better. It's not as tart as it was at the beginning. It was actually smoother. It went down smooth regardless, but it was.
And that's
it was
the
nice.
important thing with like your palate in beer too. The more you drink it, the more it mellows out. Just like through a simple one can, let alone if you sat down and drink 4 or 6 or whatever, how hard you want to party. The more you drink it, the more it's going to mellow out, and that's part of the alcohol taking its effect. It's part of your tongue getting tired of tasting all these things, and it gets smoother. So that tartness goes down. You might start pulling out those fruit notes a bit more. You might get more of the malt flavor,
and you enjoy it more.
And it's more and more enjoyable. So like, I hate when people try. Like, I love sharing beer with people. I love beer. I love sharing beer, and I love trying new beer. And I give someone a beer, they take one sip, like, oh, it's too tart. Oh, there's too many hops. It's too weedy. Take another sip. You got to give it at least 2. And that second sip, they're like, okay, I can see what you're saying. And they still may not like it, but then they can at least understand where I'm coming from and why I like it instead of that first punch in the face.
Back to the Athena
anything you dislike?
Not really. I mean, this was actually a really nice beer. I didn't have an issue with it. It was smooth. It had the taste. Everything was right. What it advertised. I mean, I would give it a rating just because it I want to. If they made a nitro, I'd like to try it to see if there's something different.
I'm not aware of a single Creature Comforts nitro.
I know.
That is an amazing idea, and we need to write some letters.
That's it.
Get on Twitter. Tweet them out.
I just want to see what would happen to see the difference, but honestly, I mean,
Don't get wrapped up on nitro, because
Nah.
it's very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to your local beer store, your supermarket, whatever, you're lucky to find one.
Yeah, and for my first one, I mean, I'd give it a solid 80.
80.
Mm-hmm. I would. I mean, it's good. I would drink it again. This is something I could see buying. Like if I went to the store and I was like, hey, I want to have just a nice little tart.
I think for the price point, it's lower than an 80.
Well, yeah, that's a big thing.
If this was a standard $10 to $12 6-pack, easily 80 or higher. But
$15 for a 4-pack.
I think it rang up close to 15 or 16
for a 6-pack.
Yeah, and I think that's absurd. So I can't give it anything higher than like a 70.
70?
Because the price kills it.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just the store or the day or they misrung it up, but it was really expensive, so I was really excited. And I drank it, and it just tasted like every other raspberry sour I've had before. Nothing to make it stand out.
Just more mellow for you.
On
the sour
yeah,
side.
well, because it's a Berlin. It's not a full-on sour. But, yeah, nothing pushes it to that next step where it should cost that much. And because of that, it's just another beer. I'm glad I had it. It's good. Mm-hmm. But for that price, I can't give it more than a 72. That even is, I think, a bit high.
Well, I'm still going to hold my age just because, one, I didn't know the initial price, but after saying that, yeah, that would be the biggest con I have with it, but that's only it. I think that's the only con I see with it. Other than that, I mean, it's a phenomenal beer.
Oh, it's good. It's definitely good.
And especially the first time I've ever had raspberry and cherry and cranberry all in one. Like, that's good. It was a good mix. It wasn't what I was expecting. It really wasn't.
It's a whole lot of red fruit.
Yeah. Delicious red fruit.
Delicious red fruit.
I mean, like I said, I give it an 80. I think it's a great beer. I like the Athena Paradiso. I say try it out, especially if you want to try something new and you want to start trying sours.
Or local.
Yeah, or local.
Buy local beer.
That is true.
Local beer.
Especially if you're in the Atlanta area, check out Creature Comforts.
Yeah, and let us know how you like it. If you did find it, if you did get a hold of it. I know when I went and bought it, there was only one 6-pack left after the one I bought. So it's selling quickly. We'll catch you next time. We'll go get some trim tab. We'll be back.
Woo!